Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 25th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning a little earlier than I really wanted to, but overall wasn't too bad. Ended up having a little dog that's scared of everything. She decided to jump up and sleep in the bed with us last night. I don't know, probably by 1 a.m., 1:30, she jumped up in there, woke me up and stuff. Wasn't bad, but she kind of, once she got settled in, it worked out a lot better. And it made me feel good that she's feeling comfortable enough to want to be close to us, that she's not quite so standoffish. So that made me feel better, but she still she seems like she's constantly like on edge. Like she's not full comfort here. And it just kind of sucks because I feel bad for her, because one of those things where I know she'd be so much happier if she could just settle down. But she's got that weird high, super nervous energy, and it is what it is. But I got up, got all the dogs out, fairly early time frame. Went well, got them all fed, got everybody medicated. The feeding's going pretty smooth with them all. It's one of those things where they've got pretty good routine going down, so it all broke down pretty easily. No major issues with them at all, so I got that taken care of. Had another dog was getting dropped off this morning for kind of a test run. They finally got it dropped off. The one of the dogs was going home today, and she texted me and said, hey, I just picked a random time to pick the dog up. I don't want to interrupt them if they're playing real good and they're getting a lot of good exercise in. Then I want to leave the dog there longer if possible. And I said, as of right now, the dogs I have aren't really the most playful dogs, so it's mostly just the dog and I playing, because the other dogs aren't really playing with Bistro too much. But I have a new dog coming at like noon, and I'll let you know how that goes. Because if it's a super high energy playful dog, then it makes more sense to leave him. And she said absolutely. So dog got here, got dropped off, went fine. The dog's a little bit, they don't socialize it very much, and they're living in a hotel while they're building a house, so the dog has no yard, has no nothing, so it doesn't get to play with other dogs and stuff quite very much. So it did play some, and then they got to playing and got to wrestling and chasing and running, and then the dog was just exhausted because it's really out of shape. It's one of those things, even they'd said something about that breed's not really designed to run a lot. So I'm like, are you shitting me? It's a pit bull. Like, those things are designed to run constantly. Like, they run all the time. Like, I got one that plays here with Bistro for like 6 hours straight, and they'll pass out for maybe 20 minutes and then back up at it again. Most they're playing for like an hour at a time and then pass out for 20 minutes and they're back up playing full speed again. So, but everybody's kind of got their own exercise routine, I guess, for their dogs. So, but yeah, I went ahead. That went fine. I went ahead. They played for a while. I texted the Bistro's owner and said, hey, they're kind of done with the playing. Their dog kind of wore out. Bistro really wore that pup out. And she laughed. And she goes, okay, I'll just come pick him up then, because she was free. So she ran over, got the dog. Everything went good there. I had to go basically drop in service, I guess, for a couple dogs that I'm actually going to be staying at their house coming up. And the one dog is way friendly, like crazy, just like wants to be with you and on top of you all the time. And the other dog is scared to death of people, and it makes me feel bad. And they have a third dog who's a biter who won't be there. So that dog stayed in the crate, and we let the other two dogs out, got the dogs out. They all did their business and stuff. I was heading back in to fill up the water bowl. I was heading back out. The scared one was so desperate to get in. I should have shut the door. I didn't think about it that much. It was bad on my part. I should have shut the door to the bedroom where the crate's at, or at least shut the crate. But I was more concerned about getting her outside, make sure she got to the bathroom. That as I opened the door, she pushed past me like a linebacker, and like was really like super heavy in that hole, determined to get back inside. So she ran back inside, and I was like, shit. So I tried to beat her to the room and didn't. She was back in the crate and just sitting there, and I went to get her out, and she was kind of like that whole concept, like, I really don't want to come out. She was like scared of me. So I was like, yeah, the heck with it. So I just went ahead and left her in the crate, and then I went back outside with the bulldog, and we hung out there for a while. We kind of, just chilled out for a little bit, kind of that whole stay of, with the way the Rover app is set up. I have a kind of a timer that runs, so I was there for, a good chunk of time. They pay for like a half an hour at a time, whatever. So it is what it is. So went ahead, hung out with the dog there for a little while, and just kind of chilled out and kind of checked the yard out, making sure all the gates and stuff were closed before I even let the dogs out of the house. But it was all good. Got back from there, and basically everybody was doing fine at the house. The dogs were all getting along just fine, no big deal. They were all there with my mom and my wife there. And then I got back to the house. They went to the store, went and did some grocery shopping as well. Got a few things that we needed for the week for what we're gonna eat. And then my wife decided, and my mother, I'm not sure whose idea it was, but they decided they wanted Chinese. We're like, okay, cool. So we did that for our dinner. Went ahead after I hung out a little while. I was running a 3D printer throughout the day, off and on, printing a few new things, just a new little toy that I'm playing with, and kind of been interested in that whole process. So I went ahead and got my run in, got my shower, got out of the shower and had my wife order the food. She asked me what I wanted. I said, I don't care. Pretty much anything we get, I'm good with. And nothing really jumps out at me like I have to have this. Like I haven't been craving any in particular thing. So I went ahead to the exit and she ordered it. So I ran over and grabbed the Suburban, ran out, picked up the order, got back to the house, divvied up. Usually we'd just have like one entree for my wife and I. We'd split one entree. And for some reason, since my mom moved in, my wife orders 3 entrees now, which is way too much food. So we got enough I'm having a full giant meal again tomorrow. And I went ahead, and because I like the honey chicken to kind of soak a little more, because they send it separately, so I think it gets too soggy too quick, which that's the way I like it. So I kept my honey chicken back and then ate the beef lo mein and sesame chicken as the other 2 I think we had. So that's why I had that too. And I'll have my honey chicken tomorrow. So we went ahead and divided those out, had ourselves a nice little meal. Then I headed back outside to do some more prints and hang out with the pups and stuff, and just had ourselves a good time. They came to pick up the dog that was here on daycare only, and came and picked it up, and it's funny, I love stuff. Opened the door up, and the dog was so excited to see him. Ran out there to see the wife, and so excited, knocked her down. She didn't, almost like she didn't even try and hold herself up. So I just like went to the ground. I was like laughing, and I was like, holy crap. And the dog was just so excited, and the husband just called the dog over to him, didn't offer to help her up, and say, are you all right, are you okay? Nothing. But luckily she fell in the grass, and I got nice, thick grass out front, so it wasn't like she was hurt. It just kind of, it was kind of embarrassing kind of stuff. I was like, what the hell, like, this is your dog, like, what the hell are you doing? So went ahead and basically gave them back the dog, and they were happy to have the dog back, and they wanted to do at least one more day stay and then an overnight stay, I think, before their actual trip, because they're going to be gone for, I don't know, like a week or some shit, 10 days, like that. And they want to make sure the dog doesn't feel fully abandoned, and I think the dog will be fine. Dog's good. Dog's a little bit needy, a little bit whiny kind of thing, but overall it's pretty good. Dog, I think, will be fine. He got along with all their dogs and stuff. That's mostly all I'm concerned about. That's how it acts around other dogs. So, but yeah, we hung out there. From there, headed back outside, worked on some more prints, and the thing is just slow. It just prints for a while, but it's a cheap machine, and it just runs slowly, and it's all a learning curve. So, I had to call a buddy of mine up and ask, some of his advice and little pointers again on how to do little things, and he's pretty accurate about knowing how to fix this stuff for me. So it all worked out well. But that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.